Welcome to Talking Heads on USA Global TV, starring the one and only wonderful Dr. JACALYN. It's a prestigious place where world-class influencers and experts meet, and where you'll find the most trusted advisors and coaches for all things in life and business. Visit usaglobaltv.com to sign up for our newsletter, get the value you need, and be first in line to learn about events and giveaways and other valuable content. Connect with us. Email Dr. JACALYN at usaglobaltv.com to talk about how you can become part of USA Global TV. That's USA Global TV, where the doctor is always in.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to USA Global TV and Radio. I'm Dr. JACALYN KERBECK. I'm the president, founder, and chief listening officer here at our network. Today, you're watching my Talking Heads episode as I continue to discuss my experience as a business owner and share what I've learned with you. We've covered many topics already, including an outline for a business plan, the actual business plan, how you can get yourself started with filing the proper paperwork depending on where you are, and also who you should consult with in terms of hiring an attorney, an accountant, possibly a bookkeeper, or at least getting these services set up so that you have some extension of yourself for all of these wonderful things that we have responsibility for, such as the IRS, documenting what it is we're doing and our income. Today, we're going to talk about what's next. Now we're going to get down to getting into the business. And what do we need to do? We need to start selling. We need to start networking, marketing, promoting so that people know about us and what we're doing. Many of us have worn different hats in our lives. We've done different things, and people might think of us in that way. Oh, she's always done this. He's always worked in corporate America, or he owned a restaurant, etc. And now we're doing something different. So we want to get the word out so that people are not just visualizing us as they've seen us in the past. So there's many ways that we can get the word out so that we can start selling. One thing I want to just say this at the beginning of this episode, I'm going to say it at the end. It is extremely important that you don't burn any bridges. As you go on your journey as an entrepreneur and a business owner, things will come up, people will react, people will buy something, people will pay for something, and they'll feel that it's not what they thought they were going to get. How you show up in those moments can really help determine the reputation of your business and how people are going to speak about you. Because there's one thing we can be sure of, is a reputation can be ruined in seconds. So don't burn any bridges. Take the emotion out of whatever that situation is as you're building your business and generating sales. You want repeat business, and you want people to have a favorable experience with you. Now, is it always possible to please everyone? No, we know that's not possible. But how you show up as the business owner makes all the difference in the world. So I'm just going to share with you my experience and what it is that I've done. So I shared with you before, I have USA Global TV LLC and Dr. JACALYN LLC. Both of these businesses have their own websites. And I could have had just one website like I did in the beginning. I had drjacalyn.com. And our TV shows were under Rapping with Dr. JACALYN. And so all the revenue is flowing under that. So what if I ever wanted to sell that business? That business has my name in it. We talked about this in one of the first episodes about how you're going to name your business. If your own name is in there and you want to be able to sell off your business, what are you going to do with the fact that your name is now going to belong to someone else? And I can think of someone right now who passed away, an A-list celebrity, and their name is their brand. So you have to think about that. How will you feel when you're ready to do your exit strategy and your name is in there? So I'll tell you what I did. I had decided to take certain revenue streams and move them to a different business, which is USA Global TV LLC. So some of the revenue that comes in from my platform goes to USA Global TV and some goes to Dr. JACALYN. And there's a reason behind that, which I can get into if you want to contact me directly, but I don't want to take up the rest of the show talking about that. So I decided to create this this business and this website. I'm going to show it to you now, and I'm going to go over the different areas of the business so that you can get a mindset for what you're doing in your own business and hopefully come up with some ideas. Okay, so here's the website. And what I want to show you is that if you look across the top, you see home, shows, book your session, calendar, more, etc. So there are opportunities here on this website for people to purchase things. And then there's also opportunities for people to purchase that are not on this website, that I actually invoice them directly. So think about what's the best way for you to engage with your audience, and what's the easiest way for your audience to purchase from you. What you want to create are passive income streams so that you don't have to be involved in every single transaction. And to give you an idea, and I shared this in one of our other programs, I actually have the ability to sell my courses for the power of listening, and it's completely passive income. I don't do anything. I give people a link, and then people go and they purchase. In the beginning, I was teaching all the courses live, and what I found was not everybody's available when I'm available. And then when I am available, maybe the people who thought they would be available, they paid, but they couldn't show up. So then I had to do another course offering so that they could get their money's worth, because I don't believe if someone pays for something and then they can't be there, that you should hold that against them. Give them another opportunity. So when you create these passive income streams, then you don't have to be there. You can be doing something else. So as I mentioned, for this particular website, there is the ability to purchase. There's also a shop. Let me go there and share that with you. And the shop in and of itself is a lot of work. And I haven't hired anyone to do this shop, but I will at some point. That's another point I want to bring up as an entrepreneur. We've mentioned this before. As an entrepreneur, your time is extremely valuable, and you have to decide, what are you going to do yourself and what are you going to give out to someone else? So if you were there for one of the previous episodes, I spoke about this when it comes to my websites. My websites are not WordPress. And they're not WordPress because I don't know WordPress. And I've hired a few people to do my websites. And at one point, somebody had commandeered it. So now the websites to me are so vitally important that I handle them myself. So for this particular website, I created this shop. Could this shop look a lot better? Yeah, it absolutely could. But does it function? Can people go here and make a purchase? Absolutely. Do they need to contact me? They want to order a hat, a shirt. They want to get an edited copy of their interview? No, it's all automatic. What can you automate in your business? What can you have be streamlined so you're not involved in the process? Now, should everything that you're doing be automated so that people have no interaction with you? In my opinion, I don't think so, because you're the brand, especially when you're starting out. People want to know they can reach out to you. And I'll give another example. So we have 29 shows here, and people want to speak to me. I can't tell you how often it is that if they're referred in by someone, they want to be interviewed, we can just give them the link. Here's the link. Please go and book in. But that doesn't always happen. People want to talk to Dr. JACALYN. They want to tell Dr. JACALYN what it is that they want to share. So as the brand, I have to reply to those people. Now, is it a situation where it takes extra time? It does. But these are people who could possibly become loyal customers. So that's what I want you to think about. Maybe you're offering something for free. Maybe it's a free consultation. Maybe it's a free sample. Those people could be your future clients, and how you treat them makes a big difference. I've known business owners who get so angry because they give things away for free. Oh, she's back for a freebie. He's back for. Make a definition of what it is you're willing to give, and then put up some boundaries. What do I mean by that? Here at our network, USA Global TV and Radio, people can be interviewed up to 10 times in a calendar year. Now, after 5 interviews in that calendar year, they can come for 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, but they have to pay. Why is that? because some people will take full advantage of it and they'll book in for 20, 30 interviews because they want the publicity, or maybe they're having a great time, or maybe it's a great way to network with people. I'm not here to judge, but then other people won't be able to get onto the platform. So when you go to my website, it's very clear. I have it listed there that you can be interviewed up to 10 times in a calendar year, and interviews 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 are available either for one interview or a package of 5. So this way, there's no hard feelings. When you don't tell the client or the prospect, when you don't tell them what to expect, that's when hard feelings come into play, and that could affect your ability to convert someone to a real client. What do I mean by that? Let's say Susan Jones books in for the 6th interview. And I know because I'm here interviewing and I see Susan's here the 6th time. Now I'm going to have a very awkward conversation with Susan when Susan's backstage. Hey, Susan. Or maybe when we're looking at the programming for the week and we reach out to Susan and say, Susan, by the way, this is your 6th interview. You're going to have to pay for this. How do you think Susan's going to react to that? She's not going to be happy, pretty much, and she's going to go tell other people. Can you imagine Dr. JACALYN asked me to pay for the 6th interview, et cetera, et cetera? Give the information up front. Now, when it comes to offering free services, I want you to remember this. You have value. Your services have meaning. You have the right to ask to be paid. And people may give you a hard time because they want something for free. That's okay. That's their prerogative. At the same time, if you give everything away for free, maybe you'll have a lot of friends, but you won't be able to keep the lights on. And when you go to those friends to ask them for the money, I don't think they're going to be there for you. So think about, what is your value? What are you willing to give away? And what is it that you feel you must charge for? I always like to give examples. So we have a reunion show coming up this Sunday, and we do it 3 times a year. It's a way for people to promote themselves. It is not an interview. You get 15 minutes of time to promote yourself. So I actively reached out to the people who have done this before and asked them to come back. And then I reached out to some other people. So I reached out to someone who's been on this platform numerous times, and less than 5. And I invited the person and let them know that there was a charge of $29. The person was outraged. How dare you? Why would you charge me for this? So I thought to myself, this is interesting, because I saw that same person was promoting their work and asking for payment. So remember the golden rule. Don't burn any bridges. In that case, that person is acting like they're insulted that I would ask them for $29. So I turned the situation around. And I let them know that this is a great opportunity. If you have a marketing budget, it's $29 to promote yourself to a global audience. It's not an interview. And someone's paying for this platform and someone's paying for my time. And that's how the payment is made. So if you take 15 minutes and you divide $29, you're going to see it's a pretty good deal. And the person said, you know what? It is a pretty good deal. Thank you for explaining that to me. I wasn't getting it because I'm so used to being interviewed and not having to pay for it. So once again, I put the emotion aside and I put myself in the other person's shoes. So I'm asking for you to do that as well, so that you don't burn any bridges, because you never know that one person that you decided to have an argument with, or to insult, or not to consider what it is they had to say, you don't know who they're connected to. And as your business evolves, you don't know, you may need to reach out to them, their brother, their sister, their best friend, for something that they do in business, and you weren't even aware of how they were related. Okay, so now we understand that we can create passive income streams. We can have active income streams where you're involved. We can do this on our website. We can do it on other sites. We can also market ourselves through social media. We talked a little bit about this last week. To many people, depending on how you grew up with technology, social media is a regular part of our life. For me, I'm on social media every single day. Why? Because I do business on social media. I need to be where my followers are. I need to be where my friends are. I need to be where my potential customers are. I need to be where my actual clients are. And that's on social media. If you don't like social media and you want to do business across the world, across the United States, outside of your little world, you need to get to understand social media. Each social media platform has its own algorithm. I am by no means an expert when it comes to social media at all. I've hired other people to do social media management for me, only to be disappointed. And recently, I was pleasantly surprised. I was super excited that someone I hired for search engine optimization is actually delivering day after day after day. So this is after all the other people I paid who did not do what they were supposed to do. God bless them. I give them grace. I finally have someone who's doing an outstanding job. And I bring this up because you don't know how many iterations of things you're going to have to go through until you get to where you need to be. So with social media, I am suggesting that you find a mentor or a coach. You go over to a search engine like Google or YouTube and you start to take in some lessons. You start to really get actively involved. Pick one platform because each of them has a different algorithm. Now, I'm admitting this, I've said it before, I don't know social media the way I'd like to. So I've decided to just focus on one platform. The platform I'm focused on now is YouTube. The reason being, I can get real numbers from YouTube. When it comes to Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter, Instagram, I have nothing against any of those platforms, but I can't click and see analysis. Here it is. Here's all the information. I've paid for Facebook ads and I got information, but the information and what I paid for did not convert into sales. So I said to myself, I'm not going to do the Facebook ads anymore. With YouTube, I can see the actual demographics. I can see where in the world people are watching, when they're watching, what the search words are that they looked for. And now we're at a point where we're monetizing our channel. So I can see which ads are running that are actually bringing in revenue. Today, right before this show, someone went onto our YouTube channel, USA Global TV and Radio. They're watching a show and they put in the comments, why are there so many ads? I don't know why there's so many ads. When you sign up for monetization, that's what happens. Ads get put onto your channel, but you're capable of clicking through them if you don't want to watch them. So, of course, I like the fact that there are ads on there because that means that I'm monetizing the channel. So keep that in mind. Pick your passion, whether it's TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, whatever it is, and come up with your marketing plan. How much time and money do you have to put into your marketing? What is it you would like to accomplish by being on social media? Who are your targeted audience members? What are the demographics that you are searching for? We discussed a lot of this in the beginning episodes. So again, can you be all things to all people? No, because not everyone's going to be interested. So, as I mentioned before, it's a funnel. You have this much that you put into the top and you have to funnel it down. And here you're going to get, these are your ideal clients, your sweet spot clients. Just like on this channel, I think we have 40 team members now. Not all 40 team members are actively engaged. Not all 40 team members will be coming back next year by their choice, my choice, just the way it is in the world. But that's how it is in life. It's that 80-20 rule. So you need to figure out who are the 20% of the people out there who will be loyal to you and come back over and over again. And as a result, how can you affect their career? How can you be loyal to them? What can you do to support their work? And not everything has to be money. It doesn't. There's a lot of other things that you can do to let someone know that you're caring, that you're interested, that you're appreciative. And we discussed that also in another episode. So please go over to the YouTube channel. So now you've decided that you're going to market on social media. What are you going to put out there? What you should put out there is something that will bring value to someone else. Now, I admit I have made this mistake in the beginning. Sometimes I still make it. I get all excited. I put a post out there, and the posts are about the channel, or the posts are about my listening courses, but I don't put it out there that's drawing someone in. So I had to revisit my marketing plan, because I would say to other people, what do you see when you see this graphic or when you see this video promo clip? Well, I'm not really sure. It didn't resonate with me. So you will make mistakes like that, and that's okay. That's a key learning area. It's an opportunity. How can you put out your message to bring value to someone else? One thing that I like to do, especially when it comes to my listening courses, is to put out something that gets you to think. For example, how are your relationships? Are you arguing? Do you find you feel unheard? You start to think to yourself, you know what? I have been arguing quite a bit with X, Y, and Z. Or, you know what? I don't feel like anybody really listens to me in my house. Okay, now you got them. What are you going to do next? So you have to give them a reason to think and then convert them. And converting them might not necessarily mean that it's an actual sale. Maybe it's a download. Maybe you give them the free content. Maybe you give them a 20-minute consultation. We were just talking about the freebies. Decide if and what the freebies are going to be. And then once you give them that, what's your plan to convert them to an actual loyal customer? So let's take a look at that. You give them a download of something. You see that they've downloaded it. You reach out to them. Hey, Bill, I see you downloaded my plan for 10 steps for healthy eating. I'd like to chat with you about your experience and what you took away from it. How about if we set up a 15-minute call? Bam. Or you have a 20-minute consultation. And at the end of the consultation, hey, Jennifer, thank you so much for this time. I'd really like to continue working with you. We have the opportunity to meet for one-on-one coaching. When are you available? Oh, no, I'm not ready for coaching yet. Well, during our conversation, you shared with me that XYZ, and I believe that I can help you do PDQ in this time frame. Oh, okay. Well, yes, I'd like to do that. Bam, now you've got them. So whatever it is you're doing, whatever you're offering, make sure you're being your authentic self. You don't want to be someone you're not. The person is buying you. They're buying you, they're buying your brand, they're buying your integrity. So make sure you show up with that. Now, once you've got them, they've got the download, they've had the consultation. Now you set them up for the next step, whatever that is. And when I use the word set up, I don't mean in a bad way. You get them scheduled, you get them booked in. Now you get them booked in, you have to continuously add value. It's always about the client, it's not about you. And again, during my coaching sessions I've had with entrepreneurs, people will bring it back to them. Well, I felt like as a result of me doing this, she should have done that. Why should she have done that? Can you explain that to me? Well, I wanted her to do that. Okay, but we're not children. That person's an adult. They have the right to make a buying decision or not to make a buying decision. Where is it that you miss the opportunity to continue providing services? What is the value that you're continuing to bring to them? And if you don't know, why don't you call them up and ask them, hey, Ken, I really value your opinion and your feedback. We had that coaching session, and I wanted to know, did you feel it addressed the issue that you came in with? Did you feel that I added value? I don't feel comfortable talking about this. You might get that. They don't want to hurt your feelings. But to learn, to grow, You need them to be honest. So, depending on how you ask for the information, people may be willing to give it to you. Listen, Ken, I really appreciate it. It's not personal. Believe me, I want this business to continue to grow. I want to have you as a loyal client. What can I do so that you feel comfortable and you want to continue to work with me? Well, thanks for sharing that, blah, blah, blah. And now it's not about me, it's about them. Now they feel heard. This goes back to everything that I teach when it comes to listening. You, as the entrepreneur, have to listen at the highest level, whether it's to your integrity, whether it's to your clients, to your business partners, to your shareholders, to your competitors. You need to understand what's going on. Too many times we get highly emotional and we miss an opportunity to grow and learn. And when that happens, you'll see your competition moving past you if they're better listeners than you are. I want to thank you for listening to me today for my Talking Heads episode. I've really enjoyed providing this information to you. If there's some way that I can bring value to you as a certified life career executive coach, as a certified meditation teacher, as a certified yoga sculpt teacher, as an executive producer, director, and the listening mentor here at our network, USA Global TV and Radio, please do reach out to me. My entire goal with this platform and also with Dr. JACALYN LLC is to provide education, a little bit of entertainment, some hope, and inspiration. Thank you again. I look forward to seeing you next week when we continue the conversation, business owner to business owner. We'll be back shortly with pet psychic Amina, and I look forward to our continuing discussion about pets and what if you are raising a pet, you've got your family and your pets, and you're living in a condo or a high rise. What are some key takeaways that Amina can help you with? Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Thanks.